In this video, we are going to talk about Shiba Inu, some of its recent price action, the important support and resistance areas, and where we can expect the price of Shiba to go in the coming days and weeks. So we'll start by looking at the weekly chart, and what we can see here very clearly is that in the last year, since late 2024, Shiba's basically just been dumping with no recovery whatsoever. And despite Shiba getting two very significant rallies back in 2024, it never really got anywhere close to where Shiba was back in the all-time high in the old season of 2021. And if we connect the three major highs for Shiba since 2021, we can see that we have very clear lower highs. This is very typical for such a coin that did so well back in 2021. Most of the altcoins, especially the meme coins that did incredibly well back in the old season of 2021, have really died down and taken a very big hit in the bear market of 2022, and most of them never really recovered back to these highs. Of course, it is possible that Shiba does get all the way back up to its previous all-time highs, but it is looking incredibly unlikely at the moment, and it would most likely require a very significant period of euphoria in the entire crypto market and a major alt season, Bitcoin getting incredible all-time highs, getting parabolic moves, and the rest of the crypto market following it. But looking at Shiba right now, we are at a very crucial support area right now. The price that we are at has behaved as support many times in the history of Shiba. As you can see here on this chart, Shiba has had many major lows in this area, so there is definitely some potential for Shiba Inu to get a major rally from here, something similar to what we've seen back in 2024. We had Shib at a very similar price, and then it just absolutely skyrocketed and went up about 300% in just a couple of weeks. But although there is some hope for such a rally, I still think that Shiba is not looking great in terms of price structure. As we said, it has only really been dumping for the last year, and the structure has been in a downtrend for the last few years since 2021. With Shiba being so weak for so long, for it to get out of this period of weakness and actually start getting a trend reversal and rallying, we would first need to see Bitcoin doing a lot better, followed by Ethereum and the rest of the altcoin market. I think that Shiba is looking like a pretty weak altcoin, and for it to do well and start outperforming the larger altcoins, we would first need to see the larger coins doing very well, with Bitcoin getting new all-time highs, followed by Ethereum, and a major alt season. I think that's really the only thing that could lead Shiba to get a sustained rally that could lead to any new major highs. But with that being said, a smaller rally all the way up to the trend line is still completely possible. If we stretch this trend line, we can see that a rally to the trend line would still be a rally of over 100%, which is completely possible with such a small market cap and volatile meme coin. I think that if Bitcoin continues its relief rally that it started in the last couple of weeks right away and heads to over 100k, then a rally like this for Shiba is completely possible. But generally, I am expecting most altcoins to not do so well compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum because of the reasons that I have explained before about Shiba. Because for altcoins to do well and start outperforming, we first need to see Bitcoin doing very well and approaching new all-time highs. And right now, with how poorly Bitcoin is doing in the last couple of months, it is very unlikely for most altcoins to do well, at least compared to Bitcoin. So I think that the most likely outcome is that we see Shiba continuing to bleed, potentially testing the lower part of the support area all the way down to the very lows that we've had in previous years. Or at least if Bitcoin just continues rallying, then Shiba will likely also get a bit of a rally, or at least consolidate and not dump. But I do still think that it will most likely underperform Bitcoin and lag behind Bitcoin and the rest of the larger altcoins. So yeah guys, I don't really like what I'm seeing here on this chart. I think that the price structure for Shiba is looking very weak, and in my opinion, it is not really worth the risk that comes with such a small market cap meme coin, because even if it does get a significant rally, it would most likely only be a rally of about 2x getting up to the trend line, which sounds amazing. Doubling your money would be incredible, of course, but in the crypto space, almost every altcoin can do a 2x, and a lot of them have a much stronger price structure in my opinion, and the risk you would have to take with the Shiba is just not justified in my opinion for such a relatively small move. Of course, this is not financial advice whatsoever, but I would personally avoid Shiba at the moment, and I would also avoid being heavy into altcoins. I would mainly stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum at the moment. So yeah guys, this is not financial advice. But that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about Shiba as well as other meme coins and altcoins and the entire crypto market, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.